Right, so we're going to be looking at doing a controlled stop. A controlled stop is also called an emergency stop. They're the same thing. We don't really know which one the examiner is going to choose to use. So he will always ask you to stop before the side of the road, before the area that he's going to do the controlled stop in. He's done the assessment of the danger and the risk already. Okay, Louise has very kindly offered to act as my my examiner. The instruction she will be giving, or the examiner will be giving, is to drive on when I'm ready, and then to expect an emergency stop to happen between now and the end of the road. The action that the examiner will use is he'll put his hand out and he will say stop. Okay, the reason why they put their hand out is just in case you don't actually hear them say stop. Okay, but they will be very clear, stop. Okay, the moment you see it happening, don't check any door mirrors at all, any centre mirrors at all. The focus should be on what you're just about to drive into. Okay, you need to put the brake on and you need to be quite hard with it. Okay, it's almost like you're trying to push it through the floor. Now that sounds a bit daft, but this is a modern day car and it's got something called anti-lock brakes in it, and the anti-lock brakes allow us to brake and steer at the same time. Okay, now if you're driving an older car, you don't brake really hard. You do something called cadence braking, which is basically an up and down motion like this. If you do that, it will stop the brakes locking. If you don't lock the brakes at the front and at the front, the two wheels at the front allow you to steer us at the same time. Now, anti-lock brakes allow us to do that. It's a system that they've put on the cars. It allows it happening much faster than a human could do it. Okay, so he's going to say to me, drive on when I'm ready. So I literally get my clutch up to the biting point so that my feet's ready, a little bit of gas, and they stay perfectly still. I check my right blind spot last because that's where the biggest danger is going to be overtaking. So it's left shoulder all the way through the glass, door mirror, centre mirror, all the way through the front glass, door mirror, and then right over the right hand side. There's nobody around that's going to benefit from a signal, so I won't signal. And I need to drive the car making progress. So don't drive along at 10 miles an hour thinking they're going to say stop, they're going to say stop. Okay, drive as if you were driving normally, and then just wait patiently for the examiner to ask you to come to a stop.
Stop!
So brakes go on, clutch goes down, keep your feet perfectly still. Secure the vehicle with the handbrake, put it into neutral, and then just relax your feet and take 2 deep breaths just to get your concentration back. He's then either going to ask you to move over to the side of the road, or he's going to say to you, thank you, I won't ask you to do that again. So if we're going to move over to the side of the road, okay, we do it in almost the same way as if he says thank you, just drive on when you're ready. So the first thing you do is get your feet organised back at the biting point again. Got to be at the biting point because again we're going to do observations next. So the observations are exactly the same as we did just a second ago to move away, but this time we need to do them really slowly and be really careful because where we've actually come to a stop is right in the centre of our lane. Again, we've got people maybe overtaking us on our right, we might have cyclists on our left. Okay, so really paranoid about who's around. If there's anybody to see your signal, you would signal. If there's nobody to see your signal, you wouldn't. You would then release the handbrake, and again to move over to the side of the road, you would check your centre mirror, your left mirror, and then you would only signal to benefit the actions of others. Well, there is a car coming towards us, so I shall signal. And then it's just clutch down, brakes on, handbrake, and then neutral. If he didn't ask us to pull over to the side of the road and he just said drive on when you're ready, all you would do is to prepare it, observe it, move it, so feet, observations, so shoulders, and then move the car, and no signal would be required. Okay?
Perfect.